Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how I do a rainbow prism headband. For your sectioning, you're going to want to take a straight line all the way down near the front of the ear and again a little bit past the back of the ear. And you can make this section as wide as you want it to be. This is just what I chose to do. So I'm going to start by taking diagonal sections. You could also do horizontal sections with this, but I want to see a little bit of that color shift right on the part line. So that's why I chose to do diagonals. So I'm starting with my pink color. I'm just doing a typical rainbow with this. So I'm going to use pink, orange, yellow, green, and blue. So I'll start with my pink and then I'll go down in rainbow order from there. So I'm making each of my individual color sections about an inch, inch and a half tall. You can make them smaller or larger depending on what kind of look you're going for. The smaller you make them, the more kind of prismatic and trippy it's going to look. And then the larger you make them, it's going to shift into looking more like a color melt versus a prism. Right now I'm just going through and I'm painting all of my rainbow colors in order, one at a time. This section is going to act as my guide for all of the sections that I'm going to be doing after this. So whenever we take our next section and put it down on top of this, we're going to paint the colors in the exact same way that they're painted on this first section. So this is the foundation of how the whole color is going to look. So for your next section, you're going to take a paper thin slice. You want it to be super thin so you can see your color guides underneath and be able to get good even saturation. I like to start with pink because I like to paint the colors in rainbow order. It's just how my brain flows and how I work the best while doing this. I also paint all of the sections of the same color at the same time. So you see I have two pink sections here, so I'll paint the two pink and then I'll paint the two orange and then I'll paint the two yellow, two green, two blue until I'm done with the section. So when I'm switching colors, especially when I'm going from a really light color to a darker color, I start my next color a little bit below where the previous color ended. And then I'll take my brush and blend up and blend the two colors together. And doing this just helps to ensure that the darker color doesn't overtake the lighter color. So for this next section, you can kind of see that our pink is starting to get a little too wide at the root. So we're going to start transitioning into the next color of our rainbow. So we're going to take whatever color comes before pink in this pattern. In this case, it's going to be blue. So we're just going to paint the rest of the rainbow on our strand as normal, and we're going to leave that little bit of space at the root, and at the end we're going to come back and paint that with blue and start making our next blue section and working our way up the rainbow. So for this next section, you can see that we're going to be making our blue section at the root a little bit thicker. I like to do this at the end of the section, so I'll paint the rainbow, like the rest of the rainbow first, and then I'll go back in and do the root. You don't have to do it like this. You can do it first or you can do it all at one time. This is just how I prefer to do it. It doesn't make a difference in the outcome, so you can paint that however you want to. With this section, I'm just going to show you again how we transition the root to the next color. So we're going to go from blue to green this time. And again, we're just going to paint the rainbow on the rest of the section. And then at the end, we're going to go in with the green. So you're just going to continue doing this all the way up the head until you get to the part line. I'm not going to show you me doing the other side because it's literally just the exact same thing. But you'll do this till you get to the part line, and if you're worried about getting color on the blonde sections that you don't want color on, you can outline them in conditioner and then place a foil over them, and then you have that barrier between the hair and the area that you're coloring. And if you're wondering how long this takes to do, for the rainbow application to both sides, it took me about 40-45 minutes. I didn't have to lighten this mannequin because I had already previously lightened it. So the 40-45 minutes was literally just application time for the rainbows. And then I processed it for 25 and rinsed and styled it. here is the finished product. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and if you like this video, like and subscribe for more.